Have you ever had that sinking feeling like you're just a tool in someone else's journey? Like you're not seen as a person, but a stepping stone to their next goal? It's a painful truth many of us try to ignore. We want to believe in the goodness of people, to trust that their care is genuine. But the reality is, some people don't see us, they only see what we can give them. Fake relationships often wear convincing masks. They smile, they nod, they pretend. But behind those hollow gestures lie subtle signs, attitudes, and words that quietly reveal the truth. This person who only uses you has never truly cared. You were never a friend in their story, only a means to an end. In this video, we'll pull back the curtain and explore 7 revealing behaviors that expose someone who doesn't value you, but simply takes advantage of you. It's time to face these hard truths and protect your peace. So stay with us. What you're about to discover could reshape the way you view your relationships forever. And if you're ready to reclaim your energy and start surrounding yourself with people who uplift rather than use you, subscribe to Stoic Blend. Let's build a life rooted in clarity, self-respect, and real human connection. Signal 1. You're just a stepping stone, not a person. Let's start with the harsh truth that most of us try to deny. Some people don't see you as a person. They see you as a tool, a means to an end, a stepping stone to their next achievement. It doesn't always show up as open disrespect. In fact, it often hides behind smiles, compliments, or even fake gratitude. But underneath it all, their interest in you is transactional. They call when they need something. They appear when it benefits them. They praise you when you serve their goals, but vanish the moment you don't. Have you ever felt like someone was only friendly when it was convenient for them? Like your presence was valued, but only as long as you could offer something: connections, emotional support, validation, or even your silence? That's not a relationship. That's strategic use. And here's the most painful part. We often don't want to believe it. We give the benefit of the doubt. We make excuses. We tell ourselves, maybe they're just busy. Maybe I'm overthinking. But deep down, you feel it in the way they talk to you, the way they don't show up for you, and the way you're left empty after giving so much. A person who only uses you won't invest in your well-being. They'll take what they need, leave you drained, and move on to the next source. The first and most dangerous signal? You feel disposable, but you're afraid to admit it. Recognizing this is hard. It hurts. But it's also the first courageous step toward building a life where your time, your energy, and your heart are valued for who you are, not what you can give. Huge signal 2. Selective availability, when they only show up for themselves. Imagine someone who always seems to be around, but only when it benefits them. They reply instantly when they need a favor, emotional support, or even just attention. But when the roles are reversed and you're the one in need, suddenly, they're nowhere to be found. Have you ever poured yourself into helping someone, being their rock, their late-night therapist, their problem solver, only to receive silence when you're the one feeling broken? Texts go unanswered. Calls are missed, or worse, they're answered with half-hearted excuses and swift changes of subject. You begin to feel like your presence is conditional. You're valuable only when you're useful. This isn't just a lack of reciprocity. It's emotional exploitation. True relationships are built on mutual care, not convenience. Selective availability is a loud, flashing red flag. It says, I'm here for me, not for you. And the more you give without receiving, the more invisible your own needs become. Ask yourself, is this connection building me up or quietly draining me? Signal 3. A cold disinterest in who you really are. One of the most overlooked signs of a toxic connection is this. They never ask about you. Not your day, not your dreams, not your thoughts or fears. Conversations revolve around their issues, their wins, their drama. Sure, they'll talk to you, but not with you. You become an emotional backdrop, a listener, a resource, not a real, valued person. You begin to notice that even when you try to share something personal, they brush it off or steer it back to themselves. No curiosity, no empathy, no genuine care. True friends remember the little things. They follow up. They listen. But when someone consistently shows zero interest in your inner world, it's not by accident, it's because they don't value it. And slowly, your voice begins to fade in the noise of their self-centered narrative. It hurts, but this absence of personal interest is more than a lack of attention. It's a sign that they see your worth only in what you give, not in who you are. Signal 4. Guilt and emotional manipulation. Emotional manipulation doesn't always scream. Sometimes it whispers. Have you ever been made to feel like saying no is a betrayal? Like your boundaries are inconveniences to someone else? That's not friendship, that's control. Phrases like, if you really cared, you'd do this, or I'd do it for you, are designed to trap you in obligation. They don't leave space for honest feelings. They push you into compliance through guilt. You begin second-guessing yourself. Am I being selfish? Am I overreacting? But here's the truth. Emotional pressure is not love. It's manipulation, wrapped in fake concern. Over time, it chips away at your confidence and makes you question your right to say no. Healthy relationships thrive on respect and freedom, not coercion. If guilt is the main tool someone uses to get close to you, it's time to step back and reassess. You're not here to be emotionally blackmailed into pleasing someone else. You're here to be respected for your heart, your space, and your choices. Signal 5. A persistent disrespect for your time and boundaries. Picture this. You make plans, get ready, clear your schedule only for them to cancel last minute. Or maybe they show up late every time. Or worse, not at all. And somehow, you're expected to just go along with it. This kind of pattern isn't harmless. It's a message. It says, your time doesn't matter. Your needs aren't a priority. Someone who truly values you will make the effort to show it. But when disrespect becomes a pattern, excuses, lateness, flakiness, it's not just bad manners. It's a reflection of how little they regard your place in their life. You start walking on eggshells, constantly adjusting, constantly giving more than you get. Over time, this dynamic builds resentment and imbalance. You begin to lose not just patience, but self-respect. Boundaries are not optional. They are the foundation of healthy love, friendships, and mutual trust. And anyone who constantly disrespects your time is telling you, with their actions, that their convenience is worth more than your dignity. Signal 6. Conversations that feel empty, no depth, no growth. Have you ever walked away from a conversation feeling hollow, like you were there but the connection wasn't? That's the 6th signal: conversations that lack emotional depth and genuine substance. In a healthy relationship, dialogue becomes a shared space for ideas, feelings, and mutual growth. But with someone who only uses you, it's the opposite. You'll notice the talks are shallow, repetitive, or transactional. There's no curiosity about your journey, your past, or what lights your soul on fire. Instead, their words orbit around themselves, their goals, their problems, their victories. And when it's your turn to speak, they nod absent-mindedly, glance at their phone, or steer the topic back to themselves. Over time, you stop opening up. You stop trying. Because what's the point of speaking if no one is really listening? The absence of deep two-way communication isn't just a sign of disinterest, it's a reflection of emotional detachment. It means you're not seen as a partner in the relationship, but rather a background character in their life. So ask yourself, do I feel heard here or just tolerated? You deserve relationships where your words matter, where your voice resonates, and where your inner world is explored, not ignored. Signal 7. You're drained, but they're energized. Here's one of the most revealing signs that someone is using you. After spending time with them, You feel emotionally exhausted, but they leave feeling great. You might not notice it at first. You convince yourself you're just tired, but the pattern repeats. Every encounter with them becomes a one-way emotional transaction where they vent, unload, demand, and seek validation, while you absorb, support, and give until you're completely drained. It's like you're carrying both your burdens and their sand. They don't even notice. This energy imbalance isn't accidental. A person who only uses you sees your compassion as a resource. Your empathy becomes their fuel. And the more you give, the more they take without reciprocation, without asking, and often without thanks. Healthy connections leave both people better. You feel heard, appreciated, even uplifted. But toxic ones, they leave you feeling hollow, questioning your worth, and doubting your boundaries. If someone consistently leaves you emotionally depleted while they walk away feeling lighter, you're not in a relationship, you're in a transaction. And here's the truth. You are not a battery to be drained. You are a human being with needs, limits, and the right to protect your energy. These signals may be subtle at first, but once you see them, you can't unsee them. And recognizing them is not weakness, it's wisdom. The kind of wisdom that helps you reclaim your peace, your power, and your worth. Let's continue this journey together. Stay tuned for more insights from Stoic Blend, where we don't just talk philosophy, we live it. After recognizing that consistent disrespect, emotional neglect, and one-sided effort are present, the bigger picture becomes painfully clear. This isn't just a random series of small offensites, a pattern that reveals something far deeper. A person who only uses you never truly values your presence. Their behavior isn't occasional or accidental, it's persistent, deliberate, and often unapologetic. Of course, we all have moments of selfishness. That's human. But what separates a flawed friend from a toxic one is what they do next. Do they acknowledge their mistakes? Do they make any effort to change? Or do they repeat the same hurtful patterns again and again without a hint of remorse? That's where the truth lies. As we continue this journey of unmasking false relationships, it's essential to understand that self-awareness and assertiveness are not just desirable, they're vital. They are the invisible armor that protects us from emotional exploitation. They empower us to recognize when something feels off, and give us the courage to say, "This is not okay." Being aware of these red flags is more than knowledge, it's survival. It's the difference between being emotionally drained and emotionally defended. It's the first step in breaking away from harmful dynamics and reclaiming your peace. Because every toxic tie you untangle opens space for something healthier to take root. If you're finding these insights valuable, don't stop here. Dive deeper with our exclusive ebook, Stoicism in the 21st Century. Ancient Strategies for Modern Challenges. It's a guide to protecting your peace, elevating your relationships, and navigating emotional challenges with clarity and strength. If this message resonated with you, don't forget to like the video, share it with someone who needs it, and subscribe to Stoic Blend for more timeless wisdom. Every week, we explore the principles of Stoicism and how to apply them in modern life. Calmly, clearly, and with purpose. Hit the notification bell so you won't miss the next step on your journey to inner strength. Thank you.